We back, and today we're breaking down film on Brandon Jones, Miami Dolphins safety. In this video, I'm going to show you why he's one of the best blitzing safeties in the NFL, if not the best. Really excels at every facet. Now right here, he does a good job disguising pre-snap that he's blitzing. The quarterback never sees him coming, Flacco. Times the snap perfectly, and then he just takes the best path to the QB, really good angles, and has some of the best top-tier burst closing speed you'll see, and just goes through the quarterback here to force this fumble. Creates a big play in the red zone. This is what he did last season for the Dolphins. Was one of the best in the box safety. He can blitz from anywhere too. I'll show you throughout the video. This time we got him coming off the edge, away from the running back here, so he has a free shot at the QB. And when he has a free track, he just has that extra burst. Look how fast he closes on the QB. It's just special. This ability to close, get there, and then goes through the quarterback, doesn't slow down, takes a perfect angle, finishes, makes a big play. This is where he makes his big impact plays, is in the box. I would love to see him play more of a traditional safety role at times too, get better in coverage, but right now he is already the best blitzing safety in the NFL. We got Jones blitzing off the edge again, this time to the same side as the running back, and this time you can just see the power. You're not always going to be able to avoid the block, so he just gets low, the powerful shock in his hands here. Even coming off late, but he just builds that momentum, gives a hard stab to the inside, right, with that foot to like freeze Drake's feet, and then he just wins the leverage battle, shock in his hands, and just blows him back off of his feet like this. Really impressive stuff from Jones. He's not the biggest guy either, but when he combines that momentum, the acceleration, a little bit of nuance into the power and leverage, he can also be like destroy blocks against running backs, and he also has the quickness to avoid them, which I'll show later on. Just got really good rep from Brandon Jones. More versatility. Jones has basically been like a pseudo linebacker type, playing a lot in the box, playing dime. He played mainly dime linebacker his rookie year. Second year was more of a split between traditional role and down in the box, but Dolphins love to run cover zero, get their safeties down in the A gap right here, showing this blitz. They don't always come, but just watch this rep from Brandon Jones. This time avoiding the block and then finishing. Really good stuff here. Knows that it's going to be against the running back. Uses his hands to avoid that block. Sees him coming low. He's a good feel for blocks like that. And then finishes. Stays on his feet. So earlier he destroyed Drake with power, with leverage. So this time Drake tries to cut block him, especially when you're coming up through the A gap. The running backs will try to cut block you like this. So he feels this coming, puts his hands to like the back of Drake to keep him up, sidesteps it, showing some fluid hips there. Just really good stuff from Jones. Understands. He's a pretty smart player. Understands what blocks the running backs are going to try to do. And once he sees him lower that helmet right there, he knows he's coming. So he just sidesteps it just enough. Keeps his feet beneath him though. So good balance right there. And then finishes the sack. He's very good at finishing these sacks. When he gets to the quarterback, he takes great angles, and he's a pretty strong tackler at the point of attack. Jones earlier lined up in the A gap, standing basically on ball, but this time playing off ball. Does a good job disguising this, timing that snap, takes that little shuffle to the left there, and then shows off the closing speed and his ability to adjust angles while maintaining speed. Looks like if he's going to blitz through this A gap. But right before the snap, he side shuffles to the left just enough. The right guard goes out. Center is responsible for 70. So Jones just gets a free track. This good scheme up. Good timing and disguise by Jones. And just has the closing speed. Carr even sees him coming quick. Tries to escape, but Jones instantly recognizes it. Sticks that foot in the ground to adjust that angle. Maintain the speed. Gets the sack very quickly, even though Carr recognized it right away. And finishes. Really impressive stuff. This is why Jones is one of the best blitzers in the league overall out of like linebacker safeties. He understands the blocking scheme. He understands when he's going to have a free track, understands angles, disguise, timing, pre-snap, and he also has some of the best acceleration that you'll see to finish these sacks. We had Jones lining up more as like an overhang, strong safety type in this play, creeping down towards the box. Sees Zach Wilson adjust pre-snap and then changes up last second to get outside right there. And then really good awareness, knowing the boot's coming. This is something that you just see in film study. You understand what's going to happen. So last second, he knows he's responsible for the boot, comes over to the edge here, becomes the end man in line of scrimmage to the field side, sees the blockers block down like this so that he gets his eyes to Wilson and just never falls for the handoff. He's always taking the angle to the boot, and just really good stuff here. Finishing on the sack. Shows that he can beat you with play strength, with leverage when he needs to beat blocks versus running backs. He has the block avoidance to avoid blocks, and timing in disguise pre-snap to beat O-linemen and just beat overall the scheme, beat quarterbacks. And then he has the closing speed, which is just, he plays like a missile. He shoots out of a cannon. It's really ridiculous, the speed that he plays at. And then when you need him to be like the boot defender, play disciplined, play with a high IQ, he can do that too. He's a smart football player, very instinctive, especially down in the box. And he will finish these tackles on these QBs for sure. Like, very consistent. So yeah, those were all the plays I want to show on Brandon Jones. If you guys like the video, make sure to leave a comment and leave a like and subscribe and all that. Yeah. Later, guys. Peace.